Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming. Um, Today I am doing a general collective reading for the sign of Virgo. Oh, this oil smells so good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I am trying to be more consistent, and as you guys will start seeing, that is going to things are going to get a little bit easier. I'll start to post more content frequently. There was a lot of things going on. Like I said, a lot of side quests, a lot of, you know, muggle stuff that had to be tended to. But I'm starting a really nice routine, which the busier I get, the more I thrive, if that makes sense. So we are definitely going to get a lot more content and a lot of fun stuff, because honestly, I do watch several tarot channels, and sometimes, nothing to them, they do a fantastic job, but it can get a little mundane. So we'll definitely try to switch it up and do different things on here, right? As well as do the readings. Um, so Vegas. Um, as I was doing your guys's, as I was doing my meditation for you guys, I got this euphoric feeling come over me, to the point where I actually started to tear up, because it was such a beautiful sensation. You know what it feels like now that I'm the picture I got in my head was it was of me sitting on the bathroom floor, um after having had a huge cry, like a release, and then just kind of sitting there afterwards. That feeling of euphoria, that feeling of everything was released. That's what I'm getting. That's what I was getting. And it felt beautiful. It felt just, when you release all of that, you feel a sense of love, because there's just nothing left. And all you can feel is love. Love is naturally in you. So when everything is released, um, all that's left is love. Even when you're angry, even when you're, love is a normal, a natural state for us to be in. We just lose that along the way, because of pain, heartbreak, and we don't actually lose it. It's still there. It's just muddled deep and down and buried. Um, and so that was what I was getting in your guys' meditation. Just that sense of euphoria after that heavy purge, right? Um, we're starting off here with, which makes a lot of sense, because we're starting out at the bottom of the deck, which for me, the card at the bottom of the deck is basically the reason why we're here for this reading, is you guys are Fool's Embrace, transmuting pain. And it's funny, because she looks exactly what I was just saying. She looks like she's in a fetal position. I don't know why I keep saying she. Like, they're in a fetal position, transmuting pain, releasing pain. I also feel like this started during the eclipse. There was something that happened with the eclipse that actually caused for a lot of pain to be transmuted. But I'm also seeing the number 22, which the number 22 is a master number. So I feel like for a lot of you guys have mastered something. And that's why there is so much pain coming through, so much releasing, because you guys have mastered it. And now it's time to release that, because you've learned that lesson. Once you've learned that lesson, once you pass that class, why would you need to retake the class? You're done with the class. You got an A+. It's time to move the fuck on, right? Yeah. There's something here that you have mastered. And I feel like it's going to be different for everybody. But I am hearing loving yourself. I am hearing learning when to give and take equally. Learning when it's time to pull back. Learning to control your emotions. I'm hearing that a lot of you guys are empaths. A lot of you guys have a lot of gifts, but that you were having a hard time with knowing when to give and when not to give. And I feel like that is something that, or over giving, I heard. And that is something that has been an issue because it would cause heartbreak. It would cause damage to you. You were giving more than you had. Not only more than you needed to, more than you had. It was becoming detrimental to yourself. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, there's been a 22-month lesson cycle that you were in, learning how to be basically a super empath, because there's a lot of empaths, and in fact almost all of us are empaths. We have different gifts, but we all have that sixth sense of intuition, right? That sixth sense of the knowing. A lot of people don't listen to it, or they hear it but they're like, oh, it's just ego, when it's not ego. And then empaths who actually actively are engaged with their higher self, um, they're attracted to people who call out, who you would call as broken, but I don't feel like anybody's really broken. Or people who need somebody to heal them. And as empaths who haven't healed ourselves or haven't learned to control those boundaries, we tend to flock towards those people. And what do damaged people do? Damaged people damage people. And so I feel like this is a lesson that you are starting to learn now, but I do feel like there was a tower moment that happened. Something that happened in your life that caused you a big tower moment. And I'm hearing for some of you guys, it was an external factor, but for a lot of you guys, most of you guys, it wasn't an internal factor. Something that triggered, something that caused you to realize that this is where I am. I no longer want these kinds of relationships. I no longer want to be around people that don't give to me as I give to them. I no longer want the drama. I no longer want the bullshit, the hurting, the fighting, right? There's a sense here of the part of you that that's needing to be, and I'm sorry to say it this way, but to be Captain Save-A-Ho, that part of you is starting to release that part of that ego, and it never goes away. It just becomes tamed, right? Because your ego is there to protect you, so you can't really it transmutes into something else. It becomes something different. Ego sublimination. So a sense of losing this part of your ego, but it's not that you lose it. It becomes integrated with you and you learn how to work with it, right? So there's a sense here of being able to go out and give of yourself, but not ever overgive, and also being able to discern situations that are good or bad for you, right? Because, and I'm saying this from experience, but as an empath, we want to heal everybody. And then the more we open up our gifts at first, we're like, oh my gosh, I can use this and help save everyone, right? And then you just keep getting hurt because you're still not understanding that that is not the job. The job is to help. Your purpose is to help in a way that is not detrimental to you. Your cup should be never ending. This is your cup. Your cup should be getting filled by divine, and then other people's cups below you are what's getting the overflow. You don't pour from your cup, right? You don't pour from your own cup, because then you're emptying out your cup. You're allowing this cup to be filled up by divine, by self-love, by respect, by all of that. And it continues to flow. There's so much that it's overflowing. I'm seeing a fountain of cup, like those wine, I don't remember what they call it, but the wine, whatever, the falls, there's not waterfalls, the wine, you know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. But you know how it goes over and it goes into the other cups around, and then it goes below some more cups. So your cup, you will never pour from your cup. Your cup will overflow into other people's cups. So you're never lacking. You're never giving too much. You never run out. I remember when I started doing tarot and when I started doing energy work, I'd be super exhausted. And I was like, why am I so tired? And it's because I was giving from my own cup. And you're leaving yourself depleted. The point is to give what you have left over because you have an abundance available, right? And so I feel like that's kind of what's happening here. You're learning how to set up those boundaries with people. You're learning how not to overgive. You're learning that when a situation is starting to feel like it's taking too much from you or it's becoming too heavy, like it is becoming detrimental to you, it's not worth it. It's not. It's not that even those people are not worth it. It's just that you can't save them. You have to move on. It was a quick lesson or it was a long lesson. Did you learn the lesson? It's time to move on. And I feel for a lot of you guys have learned the lesson because number 22 is a master number. Mastery. You have mastered the lesson. Okay. And then we got Willow of the Wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. Yeah, so I feel like you guys there's so much blue here. Like, let me see if I can get them all in here and then get them back in order. Because I won't. Look at all this blue. Look at all this fucking blue. Look at this. Look at all this blue. All of this blue. Look at this. This is insane. This is insane. Look at all this blue. There's a lot having to do with you needing to speak up to your truth. Speaking up to other people, but also speaking your truth to yourself. Not having a sense of giving yourself a sense of fake. Why am I not getting it? What's the word? Delusion. Deluding yourself? That's not right. Anyway, being delusional, being not wanting to see the truth in certain situations. Your body, your soul, your mind will tell you exactly what it is that's going on. And I feel like that's exactly what happened. And for some of you guys did see the truth, and that's what's causing this for you guys for a certain mindset. That's what it is. I'm sorry. A certain mindset to be shattered. A certain way of thinking to be shattered. The way you react and behave towards certain situations is being shattered. And I feel like it's taking you kind of deep. I feel like it's taking you really deep, actually. Deep to go into seeing why you keep attracting the same kind of people, seeing why you're being triggered by certain situations, going really deep to find the seeds that were planted there a long time ago, whether it be from other people, whether it be from yourself, whether it be from society. But you guys are finding hidden treasures in these shadows. And what I'm hearing is triggered. I'm hearing you guys are being very much triggered. And I mean, I don't know how you guys think, but honestly, especially, during this full moon, I was being triggered like crazy. Mind you, I have 0 Virgo in my chart, so this is you guys. But I just want to give you guys an example that I've kind of been going through the similar thing where I was telling a friend, like, I'm super triggered. I keep releasing, but I feel really happy. I'm really happy about it. It's weird. And I was like, I'm a masochist. I told a friend and she just started laughing. But there's a sense here that you guys are fighting hidden treasures, and I feel for like a lot of people. I don't know if a lot of you guys, but for a lot of humanity, we think of hidden treasures as true love or money or material wealth. This is not, and that's not true wealth. Sorry to burst anybody's bubble, but that's not real wealth. That can all be taken away at any point in time. These hidden treasures are things that are being triggered, and they're being pulled up for you to heal. And once you heal it and look at it and you release it, that is the real treasure. When you're able to no longer feel that pain, to no longer have that with you, to no longer bring that with you into future relationships, or not even if you're single for the rest of your life, but you have no more pain of the past and you're happy just the way you are, and you see things for what they are and you're enjoying your life, that is the real treasure. But you're going deep down. I feel like you guys are going within. Some of you guys might be going within. Some of you guys might be doing a little more shadow work. But in those spaces, you guys are finding Easter eggs. And even though they hurt, even though they are triggering, you guys are finding treasure, because the more you find, oh, does it hurt here? Let's heal that. Okay, let's scan you again. Does it hurt here? Let's heal that. Yeah, it hurts when you find it and you touch it, but then once you heal it, like, you're good, right? And eventually, I mean, we never, stop growing and healing, but you'll get to the point where you no longer have all that baggage, and you're starting to see the possibilities. You're starting to see and feel, because the more that you release, the more that you're healing, you now are not being hindered by certain thought patterns. You're not being hindered by certain idealisms. You're now releasing a lot of blockages, personal blockages, especially with mindset, but also with people that you were attracting. You're releasing that. And once you release that, you're no longer, you're no longer going to be attracting those negative traits, those negative people that need healing, the people that you need to trigger. Stars in the sky, limitless possibility. Look at this. Being connected. What did I say about the cups? Being connected. Getting your energy and loves directly from source. The possibilities are endless, because you are finding all of the Easter eggs and you are transmuting them. And look at this. It looks like it's going up, but it also looks like it's coming down. I feel for a lot of you guys are going to go deep into your meditation practices. For a lot of you guys, your meditation or your spirituality practices have become just that, practices. You do it because you do it. It no longer was fulfilling you. It was no longer really, there was no depth to it, is what I'm hearing. I feel like there's going to be a shift, and you're actually going to put in the work and go in to actually connect and do your guys's spirituality practices, is what I'm hearing, right? It was almost like you would meditate for 5 minutes to meditate because that's what should be done, or it's because what you've been doing forever. The practices were hollow. Thank you. That's what they said. They were hollow. It was no longer really the connection. It was just like brushing your teeth. It was like brushing your teeth. It was a morning ritual that you did, is what I'm hearing. But there is now going to be a direct connection. And because there's going to be a direct connection, you guys are resonating. Everything that's coming in, downloads, you guys are going to start getting your clairs up. You're going to start feeling, hearing, seeing, whatever it is that is your gift. It's going to start resonating, and you're going to start to see the truth about situations, people, places, jobs, mindsets. I'm hearing mindsets big, like huge. I feel like that's a huge part of what's happening here. And I feel like for a lot of you guys are going to dive deep into emotion. I feel like for you, some of you guys that I'm reading for, and I'm not a fan of saying things like, oh, Virgos have this trait, or Capricorns have this. I don't like that shit. I think that's dumb because every one of us have those traits in us. I have 0 Virgo, I have 0 Pisces, and I have a little bit of uh, air, but I'm mostly water and fire. And there was a good 6 months there where I could not, it was all mental space. I was all swords and no emotion, which for a Cancer stellium, like I have 5 Cancer placements and 1 Scorpio placement. And I was emotionless. There was no cups. And it's just because everybody is supposed to be able to master every water, fire, earth, air. Everybody. It doesn't matter what your chart is. Yes, you'll have a little bit more than one more than other, or a couple more than others. But we're all meant to master each one: east, west, north, south. It's not about, oh, I'm a Virgo, so I'm cold and moody and I don't like to talk about things and I run away. No, you're also meant to be able to be in your emotions and handle things with emotions, to be vulnerable, right? You're not meant to be, you know, um, just always in that inner monologue. It doesn't matter what sign you are. And I feel like for a lot of you guys are coming into that. You guys are allowing yourselves to feel what you need to feel because you guys are being triggered, because there is a sense of that mindset being released. And the things that you are seeing and hearing are resonating. And I feel like you are very extremely protected right now. You guys are in a very vulnerable and sensitive spot in your guys' lives. And there is a sense here of being extremely protected. Yeah, do you see how she looks? For me, I mean, it doesn't show as armor, but it looks like armor. When I see this, I think of Aura Titanium. Aura Titanium. Yeah, that's what it looks like. While you guys are going through this, I feel like I'm getting not only new opportunities, new people coming in. There is something new and amazing opportunities. People. I'm hearing people, but I'm also getting with this card that you actually have new guides coming in. You guys have new guides coming in because you guys are entering into a new cycle. You guys are entering into a new stage of life. So you have a new guide coming in that's going to help you with what you have to do next, especially because it's in water. And for a lot of you guys, you're not used to being you're not used to, what's the word I'm trying to say? I need coffee today, guys. I had it and I lost it. You guys aren't used to moving around in water. I know that's not the right way to say it, but navigating, navigating in water, okay? So there's somebody here that's trying to show you the way, but I also am getting very strongly, especially because this is an 8, that this is somebody new that's going to come in. This could be a mentor. This could be friends. This could also be a partnership. It could be anything, but there is a curiosity, and this person's going to stir up curiosity. It's going to stir up curiosity to be able to help you expand more. It's going to teach you things that you had a hard time finding Easter eggs in the dark. But this person is divinely guided to you. And again, if this is a guide, somebody that knew that's coming in, then obviously they're guided to you. But they are coming in to help you and guide you through the next stage of what you have to go through. Because you're going into new territory, things that you haven't gone through before, things that I'm hearing even in past lives, you might have not gone through this. This is something very new, very new. And it's a little bit scary for you guys. But you guys are being led and protected, like I said. But you guys are going to be shown the way. Sorry, guys, I'm just getting downloads. I'm going to hold off on that thought because it's still processing. And then here we're ending with the eyes of the eagle rising above the fray. Yeah, there's a sense here. And what's funny is that what I was looking at was the angel wings. And then we got rising above the fray. So almost having a view of what's going on in your life, but not only in your life, a view of yourself, almost like rising above to be able to see a downward view, to get a better view of not only yourself, again, what you're thinking, your thought patterns, but people, situations, your life. I'm hearing your job. What are you prioritizing? Is it actually a priority? Are your priorities straight? I've said priorities like 4 times. One more Virgo. You guys are taking a huge close look at what your priorities are. Priorities. I'll take a shot for every time she says priority. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 9 o'clock. Yeah, there's a sense here of taking a huge, close, deep up close look to the things that you consider important and what they actually and what is actually important, right? There's a sense here of needing to see deeper, needing to look deeper. I would also that's funny. I would also look up eagles and the meaning of eagles. I know they represent freedom. I know they represent I'm hearing freedom of the mind. Freedom of the mind. You guys want freedom from your mind. You want freedom to do what you actually want to do, not being held back or pulled down by the responsibilities of what is the 3D, or even responsibilities that I'm getting for some of you guys, and this might not be for anybody. I feel like, and I don't feel like, I'm getting the message that don't take your eye off the ball. Don't take your eye off the ball. And what I get from that is that I feel like for some of you guys, you feel if you take your eyes away from what you're doing, from your job, from your career, from your finances, you'll lose momentum and you'll lose your position. That's not the truth, though. The truth is that if you know that you have zero control in your life, and that could all fall apart within a heartbeat, and you could be holding on to it like Jack to the door on the Titanic. That's not going to happen. If it wants to be taken away as a lesson, it will be taken away. The point is for you to choose on your own to look at your what's important to you. What's important to you? What is more important to you? Taking a look and killing off or changing the pattern, the way that you think, allowing yourself to be open and vulnerable. Where is it? Allowing yourself to feel, allowing yourself to expand, allowing yourself to actually feel your emotions and be vulnerable with people that you really want. That I feel like there's good opportunities in your life and you're not seeing them, you're not taking them, and you're holding on to things that are not good opportunities because that's easier. It's easier when they're not great opportunities because who the fuck cares? It was a bad relationship. It was a bad job. Who cares if I lose that job? But when you actually find a great opportunity or you find somebody that's very compatible, no, fuck that. You don't want to lose that. That'll hurt, right? That'll hurt. That'll shatter you. But we don't actually lose anything. People are meant to come in for the time they're meant to come in. And the best thing that you can do is allow yourself to enjoy life for whatever time they're there and just love unconditionally and do so much, because it's your time to shine, Virgo. It's your time to shine. It is your time to move out and live your life. And once you let go of the reins, your business will thrive even more. Your whatever it is, if you allow yourself to open up and be vulnerable with someone, that relationship will be absolutely amazing. And no, I'm not talking about be vulnerable and open with people that you know are not good for you. If you allow yourself to travel, to just give yourself a life, basically. All right, it's your time to shine. Ascended Masters Helios and Citrine right now are the best for you. It'll help you manifest. It is your wand, Harry Potter. And that is all I have for you guys today, Virgos. I appreciate you guys being here, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.